Hi everyone, so it has been this GoD Demon Hunter exploit going around and I want to take a moment to talk about that. So in case you are not aware of what's going on, there are some very interesting 150 clears that you can see here, especially on the Demon Hunter leaderboards that pop up all over the place. So on EU we have a bunch of guys here that are abusing this. There are some people that are kind of faking, not abusing it. And then there's a lot of people that are also just trying to hide it behind some, actually like higher clears. So especially in the foreman leaderboards, you can maybe find some groups that actually not do it on 150 to not get a ridiculous time. So we have seen this before the season started. Actually, there was this like super high, especially on NA, I think there was like a Demon Hunter clear that was like way too high, but it was not super out of the ordinary. Like 1 minute 150, it was like some 144 in 9 minutes or something. But now people have actually figured out completely how to abuse this bug, and they are farming 150s with that like no tomorrow. So if you want to take a look at the max roll Demon Hunter leaderboard here right now, especially in China, the situation is extremely funny, with literally the entire 1000 spaces on the leaderboard filled with these kind of clears. So essentially what's happening is that the momentum of the GoD Demon Hunter set, especially the 2-piece bonus, can be stacked to infinity to basically immediately one-shot everything in the game, including 150 Rift Guardians. You don't even need like good gear for this. So the way this looks here right now is that people are actually doing this with a blue weapon and like no damage on any of their items or something. Yeah, so you can find like setups that don't have Hanging Arrow, they don't have Hunter's Wrath, they don't have like Focus and Restraint or anything. So essentially the setup does like no damage, besides like having the bonus here from the set. So all they really do is like stack toughness and mobility, because the damage is simply like too crazy basically. If you want to see this in action, so this is like a Chinese stream that was showing this with a bot running the 150s here in like a minute or less. So that's kind of how it looks. The bot is like running around, one-shotting everything. This was the first time that we saw this in action. This was like 2 days ago at this point. Obviously, I have also like reported this to Blizzard and I told them how it works. I know how it works exactly. I'm not going to tell you for now until after a fix, and then we can maybe talk about it more. But yeah, you can imagine that the XP here is pretty insane. So the estimated like XP per hour values are somewhere between like 40 to 60 trillion. And this is also like what we see in the actual like results that people are showing to me. Here's also a clip from like a 4-man run, for example, from like another stream that we watched on Twitch. So it was kind of funny here, including other fancy stuff. And they basically complete these runs in like 20 seconds because they get like a 4 extra globe per pack, and they just need to kill like 5 packs and then one-shot the boss. So yeah, pretty good stuff here basically. So in case you're wondering about the efficiency of this is roughly 5 to 10 times better than the high-end groups in 4-man can do right now. So if you look at like a 1 minute runtime, 30 seconds downtime, including like key farm and stuff. So yeah, this is something like XP per hour is like 30 trillion here, and this is kind of like a snack mode. Yeah, in 24 hours per day you could reach 3,000 to 5,000 paragons in 2.2 days. And obviously you could go way higher if you include like, for example, 10k, you could do that in 3 weeks. 20k is still out of reach with those rookie numbers here, so this would be at least 6 months. But you kind of get the idea, I guess, how insane this is. Yeah, so this has obviously been the hottest topic for the last 2 days, especially on stream. People coming in, asking about what's going on, what is the exploit, how to do it. It's actually quite funny that people ask that on the stream and then expect me to explain it to them. But this is how it is. And here's also a Chinese post, actually. We got a blue post on the Chinese forums and actually also on the German forums, but I don't have the link anymore now. But they actually talk about here loopholes in the game loopholes and action against the accounts, game abuse, etc, etc. So I'm sure that someone who is like a native speaker can probably translate this a bit better than Google, but you get the idea. So obviously this is extremely bannable, and people that abuse this will almost guaranteed vanish from the leaderboard very soon. This is gonna get fixed, and it's probably gonna be as if nothing ever happened. But considering the extent of the exploitation, especially on the Chinese servers, This is actually gonna be very funny to see, I believe. But I think that the consequences are pretty clear for anyone using this. So in case you had any thoughts about this, we have actual official confirmation that you're gonna get wrecked. So right now we are at almost exactly 1 week into the season right now, and people are like 4K, 5K paragons or so. As I just showed, the experience per hour is insane, and you can, you know, reach way higher than we ever dreamt possible. So this is, you know, obviously not really in the ordinary. A lot of people seem to be very demotivated at the sight of those leaderboards, but you have to see that, especially on EU and NA, there's actually not very many people doing this, at least not on the leaderboards. There are, again, probably some people hiding it behind the 150. So, you know, some people like here that have like a slow clear and then it's just doing it on 149. So this can happen, but obviously Blizzard has the technology to, you know, go through the logs and just catch everyone. So I wouldn't recommend trying to hide it either. I also hear some people talk about like a season reset, like it happened in Asia and stuff like that, but obviously this is not going to happen. We are over 1 week in the season, you can't just reset it now. In Asia, that was like a special case because they had actually some huge bugs with ephemerals rolling over into season 25 and stuff like that. So a season reset was probably the only reasonable alternative, and it was only for the first day, so not a really big deal. But at this point, you can't just reset a season and then expect people to still play it, because most people will certainly not come back after they lost a full week of blasting, especially when they, you know, took time off work or something like that to go ham for the first days. In case you're worried about playing the GoD and accidentally doing the exploit, well, it's not like you're suddenly gonna stumble into a 150 and then clear it in 1 minute and you're like, whoops, I didn't know that. So obviously everyone who does that is gonna do this on purpose. And if you are maybe in a public game and there might be someone doing that, then I recommend just leave immediately when you see that. But aside from this, you have to do it very intentionally to actually get this to work. There is some scenarios where you can accidentally produce the bug, but it will generally not last forever like it does with people that do an exploit. There is like a very special like trick, I would say, that you have to do to kind of like fixate the bug permanently for the game so that it can constantly change GR150s and one-shot everything. So this doesn't really happen by accident. So I hope this clears up a few things in case you had any ideas. They actually started banning a few people yesterday, so there was a little ban wave, but it was mostly for bots and not actually for the exploit yet. But the email that people got was actually about exploitation of game mechanics. So it's just like a generic message they put in there that's actually not entirely accurate, but who cares? You know what you did. So I also had people coming into my stream, they were like, wow, I got banned, what the hell? I didn't use the exploit. And yeah, but they were still botting, so that's also quite hilarious. But yeah, in any case, I think this is gonna be dealt with very soon. So let's see what happens maybe today or during the weekend. And I guess you can just keep going as normal with the season, because yeah, this is, you know, definitely something where actions will be taken. So this is it for this video. I'll keep you guys updated when there's the fix, and maybe also show how it was done exactly in case you're curious, but this will probably have to wait a few days. So for now, just keep blasting. Personally, I'm enjoying the season a lot, and I don't think that this exploit should really ruin your own mood as well. So this is my 2 cents about the topic. Hope you enjoyed this video, and see you guys next time.